Alright, I just processed the turn after completing the last one and opened the next one. So we just finished all the ship capture equipment we just queued up. We finished an intelligence project. Covert Ops have received intelligence reports from the Zorn Collective. They are level 1 ship weapon mounts, level 3 inject photon engines, and tech level 1 and intel services. Let's check level 3 inject photons engines. I thought they were using contra-terrene engines, the tier 2 ones, not the tier 3 ones, which inject photons are. That's not the better list. Usually the list in the simulator is more useful for actually finding any of your competitors' ship designs. Yeah, he was using level 3 contra-terrene, so he has level 3 of the next tier of engines now. Does he have a tech share agreement? Let's look at the comparisons. Tech levels, please. And the Zorn Collective is up there. That did take a little bit of a bump lately. So did the Gurak, by the way. And all the other guys here in this tech sharing group as well. But he isn't going up all the way to theirs, so I don't think they have a tech share agreement in place. Maybe some individual techs, maybe he just researched them manually. Who knows? Alright, what else is new this turn? Tech level 3 in Warheads. We're gonna need to upgrade our mines again. I'm not sure why he's checking Warheads, but it makes the mines more explodey, I guess, so it's fine. Construct an Atmo plant on one of our non-breathers. A new colonizer that we're gonna need to give orders. Oh, and the bad event has reduced our radioactives percentage on one planet, but we're not using to mine radioactives on. How terrible. Okay. This colonizer is surely going to be going there. Yeah. You need to have at least like 41 million population in order to not to get any penalties from population amount on a planet. Once you get above 50, you get a slight benefit, like 1%. But I think it'll only load like 6, 8, 10. It will not load a lot of people. It's probably not going to go under, and even if it goes under, it can probably just go and receive new migration. Okay, you are going to go there, and then you are going to land one of your drones. I'm going to give a transfer cargo order. Can I even do that? No, I can't hit T on this. So I'm going to... I can't tell you to recover units like that. I tell you to launch or recover units on the group? No, I can't give that order. So I'm going to need to give the order to recover one of the drones next turn. Why are you not building anything? Let me guess, because you just finished building everything. You just finished building all your miners, which is good. Then you can just start building drones until forever. Or did we get any communication? No, he did not actually answer that. Yeah, I think he's not interested in trade. Not seriously, anyway. He also got a report that it was me who is doing the espionage events on him. I think you always get a report that something was done with espionage, but not what. I have 2,000 intel points. I don't think anybody else really has much of anything. Friend Bazaar now has like 3 intel centers. And that's it. Okay. You build those, you're still going to be busy for many turns. You're still going to be busy for many turns building up all those juicy research centers. You are going to be building immediately defenses and then yards so you can claim the rest of the planets in these systems here. That's good. We're going to decide what to do with you next turn. Then there's nothing that immediately wants orders from me anymore. Oh boy, it looks dangerous, doesn't it? I sent all the hardware into the TechSpec system without me actually seeing if there's anything there. And of course, at the end of the turn, the black hole just pulls 2 hexes closer to itself. So everything that's outside this little disk gets pulled there, and it looks very dangerous, but it isn't. Everything here can move to the warp point by themselves. That's actually a Scouty drone. But yeah, there's going to be some stuff there soon. There's some more coming. Not going to be there. Well, maybe they are going to be there this turn. Very nice. Okay, we just finished our research on the boarding parties and the gimmick weapons to support it. Let's finish looking through our log. Yes, there's nothing else interesting here, so let's go and design a capture ship. Let's take a warship design as a base, just so we don't have to replace all the engines and crew quarters and the like. And I guess we can pull out the defenses here as well. Boarding parties at level 1 can overcome 200 regular crew members. He has light cruisers. How many people do these light cruisers have? It should tell me, right? This light cruiser? Yes, that's his light cruiser. He has 300 crew, so I want 2 of the boarding parties in there. Copy the design again. All the payload stuff. Chuck in 2 boarding parties. I don't want them on the inner slots, because I want them to get hurt later. I guess if the engines are down, these will not do you much good, so let's put them outside, sure. Then you want a shield depleter, and you want an ionic disperser, and then the rest can be defense. I'm going to want to be able to take a little bit of punishment. So let's put in a shield. Somewhere down there, sure. These do not take any ammo, just supplies. They both have 60 range. Fire rate of 2 seconds, fire rate of 3 seconds. Thing is actually, if you destroy the engines with this weapon, everything you capture is going to have destroyed engines and will not be able to actually move. So it's just going to be stuck wherever you captured it, which is usually not in your space but somebody else's. So unless you actually have trouble catching people with your boarding ships, I'm going to be removing this. I'm going to do some simulations against these ships to see if I need this or not. Okay, I can put a combat sensor in to make these more effective, and put ECM in to make my ship more defensive. Oh well, it's already too much. So let's just slap in an armor plate and call it a day. Good strategy. Boarding, 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 capturing ships. Design type, boarding, 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 boarding. Design name, let's take something from our most glorious list and call you the, I don't know, Firmus design. Firmus class boarding ship of the Romulan Star Empire. Sure, sounds cromulent enough. Okay. Let's take his ships. How fast are they anyway? We now know that he can build faster ships since he has jacked photons 3. But his light cruisers at 7 speed are not that impressive. More likely they'll be taking over some colony ships or the like that have the extra level of basic sensors. I actually think those are the same level that I have. It's a combat sensors that I can gain extra tech from, right? It's a small freighter that moves at 6 speed, that's worse. Digga, right? He put a remote miners on a cruiser hull, which is an odd choice. Okay, let's take one of his just destroyers because they are 7 speed, no 8 even. As our first target. And was the Firmus class boarding ship? No, I would expect one of his combat ships to actually just be able to destroy this one just fine. The question is, can it get close enough to launch the boarding drones? Actually, that's his refit ship with point defense. It doesn't have any defenses. And just one APB. So should destroy his engines soon. If it hits, which it doesn't, but it can launch it all the way. It can launch the boarding troops just fine. Good. Our ship's taking damage. But in the end, the ship is taken over and is ours. Okay, so it works. I don't think we actually need the engine destroying weapon. To edit the design. And I'm going to remove this and put in what, a point defense gun. I don't think he really uses much in the way of missiles, so I'm going to be using a ECM and more armor plates. Put in 20 armor plates for missive, but heavy armor has a much better ratio. So there you go. That's our Filmer's design. Something else you can consider putting on these things is a repair component. Just repair 4, but an actual repair bay is 150 kilotons, too big. And our ally was looking into making repair pods, but I think they have some sort of secondary requirement to be able to actually for you to be able to actually get them. Normally you get them in repair 4, I think he said. I'm gonna look up on the tech sheet real quick what it is. Repair pod. Where is this match? Oh, nothing actually. It says we get it level 3, so maybe we have them already? Let us look at our ship design here again. Anything here look like a repair pod? See the repair bay just fine. And here's just the weapons. Miners, launchers, space yard. I mean, I would expect it to be sorted right here. It's not there. Maybe it can only be put on drones or something. It's not here either. Yeah. The tech sheet just says repair pods unlock at level 3, 7, and 10 of the repair tech field, but they are not here. So I guess there's some secondary requirement after all that. It's just where the tech sheet just isn't accurate. You know what? We can go and figure it out. Gonna go game types, balance mode, data, components. We're looking at a component. Good look at the repair pod real quick here. Yes, there's robotics as a secondary requirement. And robotics one, on the other hand, requires industry 3 and 6000 RP. And industry, so theoretical tech, that would cost 15k for industry 3, then 6k for robotics 1, and then you would have the repair pods unlocked with the levels of repair that we already have. Yeah, that's 21,000 RP. I'm not sure it's worth redirecting my research output for 4 turns for something like that. And I could just get my fancy gimmick cloaking device, which are also of uncertain provenance. Okay. I would like to build one of these boarding ships down here, but honestly, well, it let you build for an extra turn, right? If this finishes while it says emergency build for 0.9 turns, it'll still build for the 0.9th turn and then for the 10th turn fully. So it'll do a full 10 turns and not stop when the 10th turns come around. When the 10th turn comes around, so I can still queue on here. Ship boarding, bombardment boarding. Let's go queue it. It was actually cheap enough to be able to be done in 1 turn here anyway. But 2, because you can. Then I can capture things like this. This one didn't damage anything. And I believe it did have sensors or something. Or it has the shield generators that we definitely want. And I guess the level of engines is also going to be something we want. And we also have level 2 crew quarters for some reason. I think somebody got it from a ruin once, me or my ally. No, we do, right? Level 2 crew quarters, we should do. I think it just makes every ship cost a couple points more of organics and does very little else. Okay, that's the fighters. Otherwise, I'm hitting space, nothing else needs our attention. Then, alright. We were going to upgrade our mines yet again, because our ally is researching explosives. This next one's do 0 to 80 damage. It's actually quite a steep increase in how much damage mines do. But again, upgrading the queues does nothing, because they're already all batches that are already under construction, so we're going to need to do those manually. Just going to sort by alphabetically by what's under construction here. You will want to construct 97. Boom 3s. Oh yeah, they actually got more expensive. Before they didn't. 28, 22. These are now 30, 24. That is an increase in cost that I'm willing to take for the increased efficacy of the explosions that they will produce. I could just queue them in smaller batches or something as well, especially if our ally is continuing to research this tech field. But like this is stuff fine. Okay. Beautiful. All the planets are busy. Research is busy. Our planet here still hasn't been detected, looks like. Our new colonies in these rich center systems are starting to sprout. But still at a very delicate stage of their development. Our attack group down here is amassing. Nothing much else to do, but give the go. Okay, what do I actually want to do with my intelligence? I want to keep espionaging him, espionage by white. I could do, I believe, sabotage and be able to steal technology. I think what I might want to do is espionage ships and fleets or planets and colonies. Maybe I can get some reports on them. But I'm also going to cut it significantly. I'll put 25% on that. It's unlikely that anybody's going to attack me, so I'm willing to put the vast majority of my intelligence pool on attack. But what on is the question. I could try to do something with the Gulag. It's going to be quite obvious to him that Twilight and me are allied. but I would like to keep the illusion alive for as long as possible. And the other guys I'm not really trying to antagonize yet. I mean, they are very far away and we have no reason to be hostile, aside from the fact, of course, that they are in a alliance that is likely against me, but aside from that, we have a trade agreement. I want to be able to cut that whenever I desire. Then there's the Slopono Raiders, which we haven't really had much contact with at all. The Cantara Imperium apparently is here somewhere nearby, because we encountered a ship of theirs there. But those Slurpy Raiders? I don't know. Okay. I think I would like to see just how effective it would be to steal technology. These guys have some tech on me. They're in the tech sharing group. They have level 14 sensors. They have APBs we can steal. Even higher levels of warheads and stuff. Energy discharge weapons. If they're actually at a high level, maybe they're going for wave motion guns relatively soon. Wave motion guns being the last gun that unlocks in high energy discharge and is generally considered the strongest direct fire weapon. You know what? Maybe I should do some espionage empire-wide on all these guys. Espionage. Try and get some more maps out of these guys. Like I just got the, what is it, Urendi system down there discovered. And I would just like to have a more complete map of the galaxy. Actually, now that I'm seeing it, maybe espionage political would not be bad. Because I'm interested in his dealings with others. Oh, I noticed two things. First of all, Laura says total percentage allocated, and second of all, that if I want to have some defense, I can't just assign everybody 25. So I'm going to give everybody in here 20. I'll just give this guy all the rest minus a little bit. Good. There you go. That's an intelligence assignment for the moment. Anything else we can glean from the stats? Tech levels being the most interesting, not really. Relation, not much you can glean from that. Somebody destroyed an intel center, alright. Search Twilight even, my ally. Research, Red is starting to build research centers. Resources, actually producing a few less resources at the moment. I'm dipping a little bit because I am respecking my homeworld. Not majorly, but a little bit. They're still going to be busy for a couple turns. Building miners instead of organics facilities. Our economy looks fine. I'm going to screenshot this real quick and send a shot of that to my ally. Ta-da. And one of the players in the game actually just messaged me, I see. Does not look like it's an in-game relevant question though. Just something out gaming mechanics wise. Okay, good. Then, for now, I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to make a save just in case anything comes up when the other players play their turn that I will need to react to, diplomacy wise. But otherwise, that's it.